What's going on, guys? I know it's been a long time since you guys seen us. So, like I mentioned it in our last video, there's been a lot of changes, um, you know, as far as our business. So today's actually going to be a different video. Hope you guys like it. Hope you don't mind. Let me know if this is something that you guys want to see more of. I'm taking you guys along our journey as we're growing our second business, which is going to be our lawn care landscaping business. And today we have about 10 yards that we're going to be maintaining. We just left one, wasn't able to get that one on video, but like I said, if you guys like stuff like this and you guys don't mind, I know a lot of you guys subscribe to our channel and started following us, because we're doing auto detailing. We're gonna try to still do stuff like that. I got my son took over that part of the business. He's actually camera shy, so that's the only reason why we haven't posted in a while. But I'm gonna try to come on this platform and share some of these videos. And like I said, I know a lot of you guys subscribe to our auto detailing business, and here we are. We're gonna start posting more videos doing this kind of work. God bless you guys. We got George right here. If you guys can see, this was actually our detailing trailer. We converted it into our lawn care trailer, and probably in another video I'll show you guys our setup. Nothing crazy today. It's got a few rakes, hedge trimmer, weed whacker, blower, our gas cans, our mower. We'll show you guys what we're doing pretty soon. Alright guys, so here we are, we're getting started. So one of the ways that we like to do our yards is, you don't really see it in the video, but we got George on the edger. I usually love edging the full property before even mowing. But when there's two of us and we both know what's going on, we kind of both tackle it at the same time. And then, as you can see here, what we're doing is we're raking up all the debris that we can before blowing. That's a little trick that we like. I wouldn't even call it a trick, just the way we do it. Instead of just blowing everything after we mow an edge, we like to rake up the larger debris, trash it, and then of course, we blow around the areas. And we'll get into it more in this video or in further videos of, growing this business. We've actually been doing it for a little bit over a year already, full time, and we love it. It's been very profitable. All right guys, so we're all finished up. These properties, some of them not too much. We usually on these ones just do a mow, edge, and blow and hit the weeds, when needed. And also, believe it or not, some of these clients actually want the grasses really low. I usually like to cut most of my yards to about 3 inches, especially if I'm on a weekly plan. But you gotta kind of just give what the clients are asking for. This one we come twice a month, and looks pretty good. The grass is not growing much. They had a leak problem. They had someone come out and fix it, and now we're just maintaining the grass. All right, so we're all finished with that one. We're heading to our next one, which is going to be our third yard of the day, and it's going to be our first time recording on a lot of these properties. So I usually like to get permission from the owners if they feel comfortable or if they're okay with us recording. So that's what I'm going to do. If they're okay with that, then of course we'll keep you guys in the loop on this video. If not, I'll just keep you guys updated for the next. All right, guys, so we're at property number 2. This one's not too much, just got the front area. Of course, we're getting the weeds. George is already working on the weeds. With all the rain, we got some weeds coming in. So we're gonna mow edge. She has some Christmas lights on the bushes, so we usually maintain those as needed as well, but we won't be doing it this season because of Christmas. And then I'll keep you guys posted when we jump in the back. So if you guys end up liking videos like this, just let me know in the comments below. And if you guys want to get into some more videos of how to grow a lawn care business, it's really not that hard. You don't need much money to get started. You know, we actually got started with very little. And as we started getting more jobs, of course, we started investing into better equipment, you know, advertising, flyers, door hangers, things like that. Those are things that we can talk about in the future. But, you know, once again, there's a big benefit of lawn care if that's something you desire to do or want to get into. All right, guys, we're all finished up. So this one took us a little while. George got all the weeds around here. We had to trim up a bush in the back. And then we did the back. I got some of the weeds back there. This is one of the other yards that the client asked for their lawn to be shorter than what I would do. But as long as they're happy, that's what we want. Like I said, most of our yards go about 3 inches. The rest of our yards, those are the yards where our clients don't really tell us how to do our job. We just go and do a good job. We cut the grass how we would like it, and that helps us out. So we got George ready in the front. It's another property. This one's pretty well maintained. We come weekly for this one. The only thing that we're dealing with right now in this season is going to be the leaves. So blow them and pick them up. This one's going to be a quick one. Client asked if I could check a few of her sprinklers, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. One of them spraying at a different angle. I've actually adjusted that one before. I know for sure what's gonna be is she has big dogs and they keep knocking it over. So before we do anything as far as mowing the lawn, I'm gonna check out that sprinkler. And then this one's just a mow edge and blow. So we're out of here pretty quick, but today we're gonna spend a few more extra minutes trimming some of those bushes and checking that sprinkler. now we're gonna turn it on. I'm gonna check it out. Everything looks pretty good right now. I think her concern is that it has a weird angle, and then when it shuts off, just the way it sprays. Sometimes that could just be a result of it being dirty on the inside for some reason. All right, guys, so we're all finished up. We just trimmed the bushes there. George came by, cleaned up the grass, the edges. We already got a future appointment with this client to lay some seed, some fertilizer. We fixed the sprinkler there. We actually just changed it out for now. We're gonna have to get her another one. And then we cleaned up these bushes. We're taking home with us 2 tubs full of potting soil. That's what we got here. So we added it to our trailer. So I've only got 1 lawnmower today. We knew we were gonna need the room. So let's get it going. So this is our second to last yard that we're gonna be working on for the day. Wasn't able to get the other yards that we worked on just because of the timing and trying to get those things taken care of. So I'm not sure if you're gonna notice, but in almost all the yards that I'm doing, I start on the edge. That's just something I like to do. It's the way I like to go about taking care of these yards. I hit the whole perimeter, and then depending on the direction of the grass, we either go back and forth or side by side. But once again, I always hit my edge first, and then we go to direction that we like. And then one of the tips that I can share is no matter what, whether dry or rainy season, I always try to stay off the sidewalk or the walkway when I do my turnarounds. On this one, it kept falling down a little bit because it was that hill. So this lawnmower is pretty heavy, and with the gears on, it kind of rolls. So once again, I try to do all my turnarounds on the grass. That's just something I like to do. Once again, even if it's dry, I still do it. And then here you see me about to jump on the weed whacker, take care of our edges. I usually do this first, but I just wanted to jump on the mower. Sometimes when you're working, you just kind of just go with the rhythm. And this job is pretty quick. We do this one as well twice a month, and it's just mow, edge, blow. Today took us a little bit longer than usual because of the rain that we recently had here in Southern California. So a lot of these properties had extra weeds, and of course with Thanksgiving, I don't service a lot of the yards on holidays. I try to give them another day that week to come, but a lot of the people like their yards on a specific day. So for the Thanksgiving week, we skipped that week. So for some of these clients, we haven't visited their properties for maybe 2.5 weeks. So you can imagine all the weeds that we dealt with, and we got them all done in a timely manner. Still had a good day. Stopped for lunch, and still got home in time, to relax, enjoy our evening with our families, our loved ones. So I appreciate you guys. If you guys stuck around this long to the end of the video, I appreciate it. This is going to be our last yard for the day. It's gonna be our first time at this property. It's a new client that we just got, and you know, they wanted to kind of match what the neighbor had. Their grass was just a little bit longer, so I think we're a little bit under 3 inches on our mower. Came out good, came out flawless. And then you see here George hitting all the edges, you know, little high spots around the trees, just getting those detail spots dialed in. The client was happy, of course, and we'll be back in 2 weeks to maintain this one. So once again, if you guys stuck around this long for the video, we appreciate it. God bless you guys, and if it's something you like, don't forget to hit that like button. Alright guys, so that's it. That's the wrap for the day. We're all finished up, George and myself. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you guys want to see more videos like that, let us know in the comments below.